Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Well, I have here some contradictions. Both of them are valid. One is they're all related to Taiwan. One made by Blinken, by U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken, and then he gets called out by the China's foreign ministry. And then in my assessment, the China's foreign ministry or minister is also contradicting himself when he makes a point on the same issue. So let me read you what it's all about. Um, so this article comes from South China Morning Post from April 28th, 2022. Beijing responds to Blinken, and I'm quoting, "If the US agreed there is only one China, it cannot talk of Taiwan invasion." Well, that's perfectly valid. Um, so it says here that any talk of mainland China invading Taiwan is invalid because the one China policy states that Taiwan is part of China. The foreign ministry, remember, Taiwan is part of China. So it's part of it. Taiwan is part of China. The foreign ministry in Beijing has said in response to comments by the U.S. Secretary of State, Blinken, and I'm quoting, "The United States recognized the People's Republic of China as the sole legal government of China, and it acknowledged the Chinese nationals' position that there is but one China, and Taiwan is part of China." Foreign Ministry spokesman Wang Wenbin said. Yeah, he was referring to the three joint communiques signed by Beijing and Washington in late 1970s and early 1980s on the Taiwan issue. So the U.S. government did not challenge that position, the one that they are the same. They belong to Taiwan, belongs to China, according to these guys. If Taiwan is part of China, what's the point of talking about the mainland invading Taiwan? Wang said, and that's a good point. And then it says is what Wang's comments followed an appearance by the U.S. Secretary Blinken's before the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, where he promised Washington would help Taiwan build up its its asymmetric defense capabilities to deter a potential attack by the mainland. So yeah, if you agree that it's only one policy, one China policy, and Taiwan is part of China, who's going to invade who? Like what? U.S. Federal government is going to invade Texas or something? So that's why China should arm Texas, so Texas doesn't get invaded by the federal government of the United States. That's the logic, I'm guessing. It says here, this is the U.S. approved of 95 million U.S. dollars weapon deal with Taiwan this month, the third since Biden took office in January last year. The other two arms proposals worth of $850 million include support services for Patriot systems, 40 new M109 Howitzer systems, and other vehicles, weapons, parts, and services. We deplored and strongly opposed Blinken's stance in support of Taiwan, Wang said. Well, that is correct what they are saying, but I have one question. If Taiwan is part of China, China talks a lot. I think even in this article talks about reunification. So that's another contradiction that I have. What do you mean if it's part of my country, how can we reunite it? Doing what? So I have the claim. Is it true that Taiwan is my land, it's just a breakaway, what? But it's still mine. So if you're so certain that they say one day there would be a reunification, or Taiwan will come back, return to the mainland, will return to China and so on. So even the Chinese have doubts, or not doubts, they don't speak in terms because the reality is as it is. Taiwan, as China wants to explain this, they don't have control over Taiwan. If you don't have control over an area, it's not your area. I mean, that's Taiwan. I don't want to call it country or whatever, political correctness, I don't care. But that island, if it drafts, military contracts, military deals with other countries, receives aid from there without asking the mainland China, that island seems very autonomous. And I never heard those guys saying, well, no, we're part of China, let's go, let's make it, it's an in-between. So it's true that Blinken contradicts himself. You can't say we agree with the one China policy, but then you're afraid that the other guy's going to invade their own country. But you know how the situation is. It's not really united. But if it's not united, how is the same country? There's contradiction over there as well. Taiwan will somehow, one of these two systems, one of these leaderships has to fail and fall in order for a Taiwan issue to solve, maybe, I don't know, if forever or temporarily. If the Chinese government, the communist system in China will fall one day and will be a democratic, independent, blah, blah, blah. Let me get my violin about all those things. Will take over. Probably they will cut a deal with their friends then, United States, and they will say, yes, we will not have any demands and requests regarding Taiwan. Taiwan is going to declare its independence forever, going to be recognized as a country, and blah, blah, blah. But that is with a regime change in Beijing done by the Zimbabwe across the Pacific from China. Now, if you have the Taiwan government being subverted or regime change in a certain way that would be very sympathetic towards China, just put it nicely, then they will say, yeah, we will reunite with China. But I don't know the people. But you know what? The people don't really care in this kind of matters. You have many examples, like in European Union, with what is decided up there affects all the citizens of the European Union, but they don't care about it because they know better than us. Like here, the same, the handlers, they know better than us what to do with our lives. So we'll see. Contradictions over contradictions. The thing is very sensitive, and I don't know what's going to happen. Probably nothing. But if Russia ends the war in Ukraine in a positive note, then I bet the new formed alliance and bloc, which is going to be China, India, probably Brazil, South Africa, and other countries, and Russia, will probably start solving certain unsolved things in the world. Even though I think the other bloc will just say, you know what, now it's really face-to-face, we're going to do other things. So we're going to wait. If the Russians are not going to use their nuclear arsenal, because the other guys are just escalating things in Europe, in Ukraine, and I'm talking about the United States and Great Britain, and they don't take seriously what the Russians are warning of. Maybe we'll not see because it's going to happen too fast, or maybe we will see, and hopefully I think it's going to be better for all of us, including the Ukrainians and Russians. Have a nice day. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.